But Harman, I'd like to get your point here is because you're in the thick of things. You're in the middle of it. You've been there when you were playing, and now you've got the youngsters coming in like Kranti and Shri. How different is their attitude as compared to when you came in? And how different are their challenges as compared to when you came in?
Well, I think they are totally different. I mean, when I came in the team, that time we were struggling with a lot of other things like providing grounds or facilities or more number of games. But right now, for God's grace, BCCI is doing such a good thing for us, and I think they all have all the experience watching us on the TV. Knowing when I played my first ODI World Cup, I didn't even know like other teams like Australia, England. I didn't even know like how they play, what they do. So when I was there, I was continuously asking Julandi and Anjumdi like what they do, how fast they ball, so what I have to do. So I think that time we preparation was nothing, but still we were aiming to win World Cup or preparing ourselves in that way. We want to bring the change for our country. But right now I think for these girls everything is available and their mindset is totally different. So playing with them is more easier than playing back.
Oh, lovely. Smriti, well, as the captain of RCB, and the fact that the fact that it was the women's team who first got the cup to RCB and then the men's team, but more importantly, what really, really touched everyone's heart is the fact that you got the same kind of appreciation from the crowd of the Chinnaswamy as much as, back in the day, Virat Kohli or Fab du Plessis was getting it. So that was very heartening to see. But having said that, just in terms of the brand of cricket that you're approaching, which is fearless cricket, are the women here today who are coming in with the same attitude, or it changes when they come into the ecosystem?
Yeah, I mean, firstly, the first question, whenever I walked into Chinnaswamy, I mean, it was a surreal feeling. I remember the second season of WPL. That was the first home game for us at Chinnaswamy. Not very emotional person, but first time when I walked in for the toss. And I remember in 2017 watching a men's match and telling my mom, I think she was with me, and I was like, I don't know when this will happen for women's cricket, yeah, mom. And I don't think it will ever happen. Because, I mean, there's hardly anyone who used to watch prior to the 2017 World Cup. And my mom was like, don't talk anything. I'm sure you guys will have it. So think always positive. And I mean, when I entered the field for the toss, I could not hear Mel Jones asking me question. And I looked around, and the first thing I did not think about, Smriti Mandana, RCB or something. I just felt like, wow, women's cricket is winning. I mean, that's what all of us dreamt. I'm sure the previous generations as well, whenever they would watch a WPL being sold out or the Indian matches being sold out, I'm sure that was the first dream for everyone, that we want the same kind of a thing for like in terms of the stadiums. I could relate to Shri coming from Sangli. I mean, it's again a rural area. The first thing the parents feel is that my girl is going to go to an academy where she's going to be outnumbered with a lot of boys. How is she going to manage? That's one thing how we can provide a lot of security to parents, have rural camps, more camps for women, and more awareness around women's cricket in smaller towns, that it's a safe place. I mean, there's nothing which is going to go wrong, or government takes actions around how things can be more safe for small girls going and playing cricket. That's one thing, because I mean, I'm a Marwadi, so my parents were like, I mean, girls don't play cricket. You're supposed to just get married, and all those things are not like right. But yeah, I mean, that's if they had that security around, that thought would have never come. That's one thing. And the second, you asked for some random idea. I think I walked into Visakhapatnam Stadium. All the stands are named after men. So when Julandi got her first stand named...
That's wonderful.
So when Julandi got her stand named in Eden Garden, I mean, genuinely watching the whole video made me feel very emotional that that iconic stadium of Eden Garden is going to have a women cricketer on it. And yeah, I mean, any stadium I walk into, there are, I mean, 10 on 10 are mostly men, and I feel we have a lot of legendary ex-women cricketers who deserve to have a stand named on them. So I would just, I mean, as you said, you can start, and a lot of other state associations will follow.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Let's give that a huge round of applause. Any more ideas? Anyone, Jimmy?
No, like Kranti faced it in the rural areas. Like I came from, by God's grace, came from a good family who could afford a cricket kit. But just to buy a simple cricket kit with pads, shoes, helmet, bat would cost a lot of money for a family, a humble family who cannot afford it. Maybe one of the reasons why they don't encourage their kids to play also is because of the cost factor. Like she had to go on tour, she didn't have money to go on tour. And every parent would worry about that too. So if something can be done even for that, maybe even providing a small kit bag to start on, maybe that will lead to a lot of big things, or even like something like a pocket money kind of a thing also, but which will help them to go out and play cricket, like the basic expenditures. I think that would also be a great thing to start off.
So before I open the space for the women here to sort of contribute as to what is happening in women cricket already and how are the kind of reforms that they're looking forward to, from you I'd first like to understand the contributions that Andhra Pradesh has already made towards sport. And first of all, what do you make of the disparity between men and women in cricket and the recent reforms that have been gotten by BCCI and for that matter even ICC? What do you make of that?
No, as a state, we believe in the grassroots movement, right? And that's where, as education minister, I have a role to play. That's where we did this entire, almost a month-long program. And this is about 10 sports. And we're looking at what are the opportunities to sort of pick up youngsters and give them a platform to excel. And if you look at the leadership of our chief minister, historically he supported sports. You look at it way back in 2000, the sports village that Hyderabad has today is all the work that's happened then. The Afro-Asian Games came back then. He had a dream that Olympics should come to India way back in 2000. 25 years later, we had to get there. But I think this is just the beginning. And we want to back this up with building world-class infrastructure. Specifically in cricket, I will lean on the ACA to do their bit because they have a little bit more money. And then, under the leadership here, there's a lot more that we can achieve, and specifically on cricket. In terms of gender disparity, I mean, it's not just in sports. Whether we accept it or not, it's happening across board. It happens even in politics. And the question is that if true change has to happen, I believe that it has to start with education. And hamare ghar mein shuru ho raha hai, change. So I keep telling, whenever I go to any college events or school events, I keep telling them that, you go home, you talk about it. You should question. And if anyone says anything, tell that Lokesh is there. So I'm saying, you should talk about it. Because respecting women starts at home. And that's when I believe that we can truly transform. If you look at, we as a political establishment have internships that we do every year. And one internship we did all women. And my question was, let's talk about women's safety and how other states have sort of structured. And it's amazing to see that Northeast is far lower than any other states. That's because the way that they've structured their property rights and the way it all flows comes down. So I think we have a lot to learn in that sense. In terms of cricket, all of you are experts here. I'm no way an expert. But I believe that steps have been taken in the right direction. It could be BCCI or even ICC. I think a lot of efforts are being taken to support. Definitely new leagues will help, identify talent, promote. But then I think all of us have to come out and cheer in big numbers in support of the team and to be with them and really see this entire exercise through. And end of the day, they're all icons sitting here and we have to celebrate. Hi, I'm Lokesh. I'm a third generation politician. So I did my bachelor's at Carnegie Mellon, worked at the World Bank for 2 years, Stanford MBA. Came back to the family business. Not many of you know Mr. Naidu is also a successful entrepreneur. He has a dairy business. It's called Heritage Foods. It's a listed company. Then my wife came back to business. She threw me out. So then came into politics. So she's my sugar mommy. She pays for my credit card bills. And, I think I really appreciate the opening remarks that you made. And, breaking gender stereotypes is something that's very passionate for us as a family. And we believe that, I think empowerment is a very harsh word, that we use at home. I believe that the environment should be enabling, where equal opportunities are given. And I had the opportunity again to be the education minister. In the past life, I was Panchayat Raj and Rural Development. As education minister, I said, this is my chance and let's do it right. And yes, first grade and second grade textbooks, household chores, the pictures are all women who do it. And I said, that's the first place we need to start. It should be 50-50. Obviously, there's a lot of hue and cry, but I said, that's what Brahmani and I did. Because we got married young, we went to the US and we did household work, 50-50. We had no issues with it. So I said it should start from textbooks, and I've been working with the government and the movie industry to break those stereotypes. To the amazing ladies from the Telugu heartland, I think you'll appreciate that there are some words that we unfortunately use in Telugu language. Are you wearing bangles? Are you, chira katkuneva? Are you wearing a sari? Or don't cry like a girl. These are things that which are used widely, and this is what I want to put a full stop to. And that's something that I'm very vocal about. I'm talking about it everywhere I go. I need greater support, and I'm here to just learn from all of you, because you've come to achieve so much, and honestly, we are all inspired. I'm awestruck. It's very unfair that I'm sitting here, I should be sitting there, and you should be on the dais. Because what you've come to achieve is simply amazing against all odds. You're here. With the amazing leadership that's there, really make India proud, and we are all with you.
Sir, making sports as a mandatory subject in schools, और क्योंकि हमारे टाइम पे जब स्पोर्ट्स पीरियड होता था तो टीचर्स ले लेते थे कि स्पोर्ट्स खेल के क्या करेंगे, हम पढ़ा लेते हैं सब. तो ये होता है, आई डोंट नो कि मोस्ट ऑफ द स्कूल्स में ऐसा होता है कि कोई भी टीचर रैंडमली आके कि चलो हम पढ़ा लेंगे एक सब्जेक्ट, स्पोर्ट्स पीरियड तो ज़ीरो पीरियड माना जाता था. सो आई थिंक that would be a great change कि अगर sports period add किया जाए.
यार larger ecosystem में ये दिक्कत है कि enough of trainers नहीं है. So अगर government school में देखें तो हमारे पास तो almost 43,000 schools है, both primary and high school. But PT teachers नहीं है, first problem. Second ये हो रहा है कि playground नहीं है खेलने के लिए. सो अब ये दोनों मैच करके हम ये कर रहे हैं कि 10 साल के प्रोग्राम लेना है. ये 1 साल में नहीं होगा और एक पॉलिसी में नहीं होगा. ऑनेस्टली आई एम बीइंग वेरी कैंडिड. एक 10 साल का प्रोग्राम लेके वो चेंज लाना है. एंड हमारा प्रॉब्लम तो उल्टा था. जब मैं पढ़ते थे भवन्स में, कभी भी टीचर नहीं आते थे क्लास को, जाके भाग के क्रिकेट ही खेलते थे. श्रवण भी है इधर मेरा क्लासमेट, हम सब लोग भाग के क्रिकेट खेलते थे. अब की प्रॉब्लम डिफरेंट हो गया है. आपके पास तो 2 तेलुगु बच्चे हैं और उन्होंने बोल सकते हैं कि यार आंध्रा में ये प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है कि आप पूरे मार्क्स के ऊपर जा रहे हैं एजुकेशन सिस्टम. इनफैक्ट लर्निंग आउटकम्स के पास नहीं, आउटपुट हो गया पूरा सिस्टम कि कितने मार्क्स आए, ये कितने रैंक आ गया. पूरे सिस्टम बहुत स्क्यू हो गया एंड लर्निंग आउटकम्स के ऊपर कुछ भी टेस्टिंग नहीं हो रहा है. वो मेरा बड़ा कंसर्न है एज अ मिनिस्टर. सो आपका भी पॉइंट वेरी वैलिड है, एंड बट I believe it will take time. Unfortunately, I don't have a magic wand in that sense. But I take your point, and this is something I'll personally drive to make sports mandated. And 2, as I said, वो grassroots का movement create करना है. So हमने ये किया, सब लोग को बुक भी भेजूंगा जब रेडी होगा. योगांध्रा का एक एक्टिविटी किया था इधर, जब प्रधानमंत्री साहब आ रहे थे. 30-day प्रोग्राम किया कि हर गांव में योगा सीखना है. जिनका मन होने दो, कुछ भी होने दो, सीख लो बस थोड़ी. करो, ग्रास रूट मूवमेंट करेंगे. 30 days मूवमेंट करके यही विशाखापट्टनम में, यही बीच रोड, 3 लाख लोग से प्रधानमंत्री के साथ हमने योगा किया. वी क्रिएटेड अ रिकॉर्ड. सो वी कुड डू इट इन 30 days इन योगा. बट आई बिलीव दैट ग्रास रूट का मूवमेंट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, एंड वी विल डू इट. एंड व्हाट वी डिड for the National Sports Day, I believe, is just the first step. We had only 26,000 participants. I believe it should be 3 lakh. And I believe it should at least be 50% women. And that's what the agenda with which we will drive it. So thank you for your feedback.